け翼。
Hi guys, welcome back to Tsubasa. This is Trash Ken and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as usual. For today's character analysis, we are looking at the new samurais, Misaki, Ken, Igawa and Nitta. Let's go, Ike! Taro Misaki, encourage all Japan's attacking midfielder, is a skill type Japanese attacking midfielder. Misaki comes with a new Super Solidarity team skill which grants an additional 2% for players that fall into the Golden-23 player pool. Do note that it did not state that it is limited only to the Japanese Golden-23 players. So does that mean that any other non-Japanese Golden-23 players might get the same buff as well? His passive is skill type Japan Link 15%, which only requires 8 skill type Japanese player. That should be effortless to achieve since you are most probably going to play him in a skill type Japanese team. As for his default skills, I do feel that it is quite underwhelming, with his speed slide shot capped at 455 and A straight line dribble being a must replace skill. Do note that the Triple S has no angle decay similar to Boomerang shot. Stat-wise, Misaki is leaning towards offense with his shot at almost 8.6k, dribble and pass over 6k. His defensive and physical stats are pretty decent as well. Without his passive, he looks rather ordinary despite having a total stats of 55k, with his shot being only the highlight at 11.6k. We are looking at quite a different Misaki after applying his passive though, with all his parameters exceeding 10k. His shot is at 13.3k and volley is at 16.7k. So with that said, Flash Raiju shot can hit 70k force, which is very impressive for Misaki and also above meta standards. For his skill build, I would recommend replacing A straight line dribble with either A Magnificent or International dribble, depending on your access. Consider giving him S Flash Raiju shot. Be aware that Misaki has only 984 stamina, so you might find it difficult to make use of him after shooting. Finish up his skill build with a Magnificent Interception EX. As for his limit break, 25 shot speed, power, 21 pass and 4 technique. This build is aimed to make Misaki one of your main scorers, focusing on shot and mobility. As for his second limit break, 16 dribble, tackle, 18 speed, 17 pass, intercept and 16 technique. This is more of a utility midfield build, which can be considered if you do not need him to score. Taro Misaki, encourage all Japan's attacking midfielder, is going to be an asset for those running skill type Japanese team looking to expand the scoring department. Misaki is considered one of the best Japanese shooter at the moment with investments and his passive activated. He can offer some defensive resistance but not as well as other versions, and be wary of his low stamina as he might run out of gas before the game ends. Overall, I do feel that this Misaki is only attractive for those playing skill type Japanese team looking for a scorer or missing Misaki, Japan's golden duo iteration. Honestly, if you need Misaki to score, hidden ability volley Misaki is the obvious choice if you don't run a skill type Japanese team, as he also requires less investment. Ken Wakashimazu, karate fighter dancing on the front line, is a skill type Japanese forward. Yes, you heard me right, forward. Ken is the 4th player equipped with skill type Japanese player stats plus 17%, great for those missing a piece to achieve 51%. His passive penalty master 20% is considered a top tier passive for attacking players. This passive is the key to making Ken a relevant forward. I am quite disappointed with the default skills that came with Ken. Only Ultimate Wakatoryu reverse aerial topspin kick capped at 465 is worth mentioning. As for his stats, we just need to look at his shooting, which is satisfactory at 8.3k as he can only shoot based on his current skill support. And the rest of his stats are not that important. Not for now. Do take note that Ken is good with high ball, thus his header parameters can hit 15.8k with his passive activated. He will be able to achieve a total of 73.8k force with Ultimate Wakatoryu reverse aerial topspin kick. Ken will have a good chance to score against most of the meta keepers including Dreamfast Ken. So we do not have a skill build section for him as he does not have any other skills. For his limit break, we suggest going with 25 shot, speed, power, 21 pass and 4 technique. This is the regular forward build. It is the only build Ken needs due to the lack of skill support. Ken Wakashimazu, karate fighter dancing on the front line, can only dance inside the penalty area. He is a one-trick pony as he is only effective with his header. Outside the box, he will not be able to contribute much due to his inadequate skill support, which hopefully will improve in the future. Furthermore, he offers no pressure at all, as his defensive game is non-existent. So I do feel that for the time being, Ken is not ready for the main stage, as there are limited players that can provide high balls and somewhat fit into Japanese team. Dream Collection Masao is the only decent player that can somewhat fulfill that role, but not as effective as he can't really get the ball to Ken reliably. Furthermore, it is a tough choice to play him over Dreamfast's goalkeeper counterpart as the meta is immersed with a Japanese team. Saying all that, Ken is still very good at what he does, which is scoring. Gakuto Ogawa, Erratic Elite, is an agility type Japanese defender. Let's start with his hidden abilities, and I will just highlight those worth mentioning. Recover, decrease stun time by 80% is an amazing hidden ability, especially on a high value defensive player, as Igawa will be extremely difficult to shake off. High flying shot killer 15% is fitting for the current meta, as there's a good handful of forward that is dependent on their header to score. Inside master 30% is always good to have, useful addition to bolster Igawa's chances of winning the ball. Igawa's team skill, Super Solidarity for agility Japanese player, is similar to Misaki, providing an additional 2% for Golden-23 players. His passive non-flying shot killer 30% synergizes very well with his hidden abilities, making him a blocking specialist. So against non-flying shots, he gets a massive 60% buff, and against high and low flying shots, up to 45% buff. His default defensive skills are great. Bullet block and bullet tackle are both respectable at 465 momentum. However, I do find that it's weird that they give him as jumping header, which is quite useless on him. What he's going to do with that? Let us know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Looking at his stats, we can identify that Igawa is designed to block, with his block close to 8k and power at 7.1k. The rest of his defensive stats are decent. We are going to focus on his blocking parameters before and after applying his passive and hidden abilities. Without any bonus, his block is at 11.5k, so the total force for his bullet block at S99 will reach 53.7k. There's a chance that he can block, dribble and pass with this figure. Against non-flying shot, his block is at 18.5k, with a total force shy of 86k. Against low flying shots, his block is at 15k, and the total force will be at 69.8k. Finally, against high flying shots, his block is close to 21k due to his high ball bonus, giving him an additional 25% bonus to his stats, and his total blocking force will hit 97.3k. It is pretty clear that it is almost impossible to shoot against Igawa, so the best way to play around him is to use high level 1-2 or pass, as that is his only weakness. No skill build recommendation for him as well due to his lack of skill support. Now we have 2 limit breaks for him. For his first limit break, 25 tackle, block, speed and power. This build focuses on what he does best, which is blocking and tackling. As for his second limit break, 25 block, speed, power, 21 intercept and 4 technique. This build puts some points into interception department that might just be a futile attempt to improve his interception, as he only has access to a forcible interception. 25 speed is a must for players with recover, so please do not neglect that. Gakuto Ogawa, Erratic Elite, is truly an elite when it comes to blocking. He will be able to stop almost all types of shot in the current meta, and best played as a center back. His main setback is his lack of skill support, so getting rid of the ball is going to be an issue that will hopefully improve in the future. He seems easy to play around by abusing his inability to intercept, but that might be rather difficult due to his recovery ability. Overall, I do feel that Igawa is considered a very high value defender looking at how he is designed, a great addition to Agility Japanese team, worthy of a spot in your first team. Shun Nita, Swift Loose Ball Hunter, is a toughness type Japanese forward. It seems like the pool of toughness type Nita is getting larger and larger. His team skill is Super Solidarity for toughness Japanese player 15%, and Golden-23 players gets an additional 2%. It is a slight upgrade from 97 Nita. In my opinion, it could be better if he is a skill type instead of toughness type. Nita comes with full body stand passive 20%, which once again I stress, one of the most impactful passive. He is equipped with a default 475 momentum shot, ultimate Wakatorio Falcon kick, by far the best shot Nita has ever gotten, so Nita fans, rejoice! Now, his stats are rather mediocre, with his shot being the most prominent at 7.8k and his speed at 6.2k. Nothing much to talk about, as character with full body stand tends to have less attractive stats distribution. His parameters are rather straightforward, with his shot shy of 11k and volley at 12.3k. None of his other parameters is above 10k. He can pull off a 62.4k shot with full stamina, which is pretty decent, but after that, he is unlikely to score. His volley can hit a slightly higher force, but I would not recommend them as they have poor momentum and defective goal judgment. For example, non-trap running volley falcon shot is capped at 440 with a goal judgment of 80% success rate if it beats the keeper. A normal shot would have a 95% success rate. I will leave a link to goal judgment from Tsubasa.im in the description section for those who are interested to find out more. As for his skill build, I would recommend giving him a high-speed tackle and falcon pass. Most of the time, you would only shoot with Nita, and seldom use any of his other skills, due to his dependency on full body stand passive. We only have one skill build for Nita. It is not because we are lazy. 25 dribble, shot, speed and power. This is the regular run and gun build, so the key is waiting for him to get into position before passing him the ball. Shun Nita, Swift Loose Ball Hunter, can be a weapon in the right hands, requiring careful management of his stamina and setting up for the decisive shot. Besides shooting, Nita can be used as a support striker to contribute offensively and defensively due to his good skill support and passive. Overall, Nitta is rather decent for toughness Japanese team as there aren't too many options. To be honest, his chances of scoring are rather low against the goalkeepers in the current meta, even with full body stat. So there you have it, the character analysis for the new players featured in the first Golden-23 Japanese banner transfer. Let us know how do you feel about these players compared to the previous 97 Samurai banner. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe for more. Check out our Patreon program, link in the description section, and follow us on Twitter. Trash can fading out. Bye bye.